Hi guys, it's Debbie with Debbie J's Crafting Corner. Today we're going to try another technique using an embossing folder. The embossing folder I'm using right now is the embossing folder of the month for October 2023, which is Christmas style. This is absolutely beautiful. I've already used it on white cardstock. I've used it on foil cardstock for different cards. I've already shown you guys. Earlier today I tried another one. I have actually done one kind of like this, but I think I went too heavy with the green ink. I did one with some light blue ink that only went into those little impressions, this is basically the raised side is where you'd put the ink. This time around I'm going to do it a little bit different, so I'm embossing just the panel and then I'm going to go over it with some ink. So let's go ahead and do another black one because I've already got one white panel and one black panel done. I'm going to run this through my embossing fold. I'll run it through my die cutting machine just like you normally would. And this is just such a pretty design. I love this. You can't really see it though, depending on what color cardstock you've got. So what I'm doing, I'm going to take different colors of ink. Right now I just use the Delicata Silver. I'm going to use the Delicata Gold on this one. And I'm going to gently, and when I say gently, I mean gently. I tend to be heavy-handed, so I'm going to just barely touch the surface. Just gently run that over. And then if I think I'm not getting enough, I can always go back and add some more. But look at that pretty shine. And the reason I'm saying gently is you only want it to touch those raised edges. And I am going back over it a couple of times to try to add a little bit more ink. And this one is a pigment ink, so I'm going to also try to be careful not to touch too much of where it's already inked. But since I'm the panels I'm using right now are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I am going to be trimming this down to go onto an A2 size card base. Again, very gently, trying to just touch those top ridges over the whole thing, and just look how lovely that is. So this one is in the gold Delicata. This one here is in the silver. And I'm thinking I could probably go over with a little bit more silver, but I do think that that is very pretty. And this one I did in some green Deck the Halls, which I now have ink on my hands because I used too much ink. I went a little bit too heavy on, like I said, on the other side. Anyway, I'm going to do a few more panels. I'm also using the Stitch Die of the Month. This one is called I'll Be Home for Christmas, and it's got this real pretty tree. And as soon as I cut it out of some foil cardstock, I thought, I don't really need to add any stitching to this time. This is just lovely as it is. So that's what I'm going to be adding to the front of my cards. I'm also going to try it out using some lunar paste. This is the first time trying this, so I'm hoping it's going to work well for me. I've got a clean foam roller, or rather a clean-ish foam blending brush. I think this is one of the ones I've used with some lunar paste before and cleaned it so it's a little bit stiff because I don't think I got all of the lunar paste out of it, but it should work fine for this. I need to go very gently. Let's get some of that. I'm going to go very gently over the top, hoping it works. If it doesn't, it's just paper, right? And it looks like this is working. I just need to make sure I don't put too much down, because if I do, I'm going to wind up going down in between all of those raised edges, and that's not what I'm wanting to do here. So I'm going very gently over the top. Adding some of this pretty dark midnight snack. And it looks like I am getting some down in there, but that's going to be okay too. I think this is still going to look really, really pretty. So I'm popping up the background panel and our little tree onto a white card base. Just using my regular Scotch foam tape. It's fairly thin, so it doesn't add too much dimension. There we go. And I also cut out some of the sentiments. So this says a Merry Christmas. I'm going to put some foam tape on the back of it and add it to the bottom as well. Because the foam is too wide, it's a good thickness, but it's too wide, I'm needing to cut it in half so that I can put it behind my sentiment. And I'm also going to make it curve just a little bit because the sentiment is slightly curved. There we go. And I'll just pop that on there right below our tree. I think that it's real simple, but it looks so, so pretty, especially with all that fun foil. Love, love, love foil. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with the rest of my cards. So that's going to finish up this video where I'm using this fun technique for embossing folders along with the stitch die of the month. You guys have a wonderful day. Be sure to check out the playlist down below to see more videos where I'm using Spellbinders products, and I will talk to you soon. Bye guys.